Hi and welcome back. Today we're talking about the consumer purchase decision process and the influences on that process. We've covered off the first two, psychological influences and marketing mix influences. Now I'd like to take a look at the other two. The other two deal with situations as much as anything. And the first one that we look at is called social cultural. And it's a situation that you find yourself in terms of your friend's environment and your family environment. We look at our social and cultural influences on our purchasing process. Let's take, for example, them in turn. Personal influence is going to have a big influence on you. Your parents, for example, could certainly influence your purchases and what you want to buy and what you don't want to buy. So can your friends. They're going to have influences on you. And that influence is called a personal influence. A lot of people, too, look at reference groups. You know, if you think about Wayne Gretzky, and Wayne is on a TV commercial for a Ford product, we would look at Wayne and say, well, we look up to Wayne and we say, if Wayne thinks that Fords are good, then I should think Fords are good. And this is why you see stars or personalities or people that we know promoting products, because it influences people's purchasing behavior. Okay, so a reference group that's referred to, someone that we can relate to. We also look at family influences, which is a pretty standard one. You think about the influence of your family is exceptionally strong in terms of your purchase behavior. Less obvious, though, would be things like social class. And if we think about people's social class, where they are, low income, high income, these types of things in terms of social class, those are going to be big influences or influencers on what people buy and the type of products they buy. And I think we see that in our society each day. Not hard to see how social class can influence. We also have culture having a significant influence. Our culture, for example, could be everything from the way we talk to where we live to how we live. And that can have a significant influence on what we buy. Newfoundlanders, for example, the culture of the outdoors is, well documented here. People like the outdoors. So Newfoundland is a big market for all-terrain vehicles, recreational vehicles, snowmobiles, whereas Southern Ontario, or in the heights of in the middle of Toronto, may not be an ideal place for that, and the culture wouldn't really reflect that type of thing. So those are the major influences that we would consider as social cultural influences, and each one of those would have an impact upon how and what we purchase, and that would have a significant impact. The last and fourth item that we're looking at is situational influences. Now, situational influences relate to you as you're at the grocery counter or at the counter or in the store, or these sorts of, just picture yourself about to make a purchase. Think about how the situation affects you. Let's put yourself in the grocery store and you have a child, and the child is screaming. The child is hungry, the child wants something, the child is just really aggravated. Do you think you're going to be too much in the mood to buy at that point in time? Probably not. So that's going to have a big influence on you. That's what we call a situational influence. Now, situational influences here are broken down into about 5 different types. And the first one they talk about here is the purchase task. How difficult is it to buy things? Let's be in a store. Let's go up to the cash register. Did you notice there's 15 people lined up at the cash register and you're number 16, and it will take about an hour to get cashed out? Is the purchase task too great? Are we going to stop making that purchase decision? Are we going to stop making the purchase decision right there? Probably. So purchase task is a real strong one. So companies like Walmart and the like, what they do is they purposely add lots of cash registers and try to minimize the purchase task. It makes the buying easier and it encourages consumers to buy. We also look at your social surroundings. Who are you with? Are you with your friends? Are you in a good mood? All those sorts of things add to the ability to buy. If you're in a positive social surroundings, odds are you will complete the purchase process. Whereas if you're not in a pleasant facility or a pleasant place or pleasant surroundings, you're probably not going to buy. The physical surroundings tie very closely with the social surroundings. Physical surroundings deal with the physical layout of where you are. Let's assume you're in a store that's extremely cold. I mean, temperature is really cold. Are you going to line up for a while? Are you comfortable to shop there? Is there loud music, for example? Is it comfortable to shop? Probably not. That's going to influence your purchase behavior. The last two that we look at in here are ones that are not so obvious, and those are called temporal effects first. And when we look at temporal effects, we're looking at the time. What is the time of the day? How much time do you have? Do you have enough time to make that purchase decision? Do you not have enough time to make that purchase decision? Finally, we have these antecedent states. That's a fancy name for your mood. Are you in a good mood? Are you not in a good mood? Those are the major influences. Now I'm going to pick up my phone, and that just about covers that section. Thank you.